Tell me, what emotion do you sense in this room? Emotion. What emotion are you feeling in this room? Is it fear? Is it happiness? Is it anger? Is it sadness?
Sadness.
It's what?
Sadness.
Sadness. Mm-hmm. And as you're picking up on that sadness, do you feel that there is an energy in here trying to connect with you? Do we have permission to allow that energy to speak to us today? Is it ready to speak to us through your voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and when I get to 3, when I get to 3, I want to connect with the energy. So when you're ready, 1, 2, and 3. Using his voice now, tell me, are you male or female energy?
Male.
You're a male. Very good. And tell me, do you actually live in this house, or do you follow the person that we've come to help today?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. So when you say that you're a male, you'll know how old you are. Are you 10? Are you 20? Are you 50? How old are you?
47.
You're 47. Mm-hmm. And if you're 47, you'll know your name. What do people call you?
Bill.
Bill. Bill, you've been trying to connect earlier on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Bill, now that you're connecting with us, what is it that you want to tell us, Bill?
I want to be free.
You want to be free? So what happened to you then? How did you get stuck here?
I was lost.
You were lost?
So one of these, would you be just one of these in any state? What's your set one of these spirits in? It's like that lying entity.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it. So what I want to ask you, Bill, did you have a previous life before you became an energy?
Yeah.
Yeah? So Bill, what I would like to do now is I'd like to travel down to that life. So I want you to make an intention now, Bill, to travel down, go drifting and floating down, all the way down that timeline to a time when you had a life. 3, 2, 1, be there now. So tell me, Bill, what country were you in?
Romania.
Romania, And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead and you'll see some numbers, and that'll be the year you lived in Romania. 3, 2, 1. What year is it?
1839.
1839. And now I want you to explain to me what was going on in your life at that time.
Fire.
Fire? What kind of fire? Was it a forest fire or something else?
Buildings.
Buildings, yeah. So tell me about these buildings then. Were you in the buildings or outside?
Running outside.
You're running outside. Did you have family in those buildings?
Yeah.
What happened to your family? They died? Yeah. Free from any pain, fear or emotion, Bill. Just detached from pain, fear, emotion. Just watching a movie of the scene for me now, Bill, because we're going to release that today. So tell me, the family that you had there, was it your parents or was it, who was it? Your wife? So how did the fire start then, Bill?
I don't know.
Was it one big house where lots of people were in, or was it just yours?
Lots of houses.
Lots of houses, so it was like apartment blocks?
Big houses.
Big houses, yeah? So there was lots of people escaping, yeah? And as you ran, did you manage to rescue your family? No. You tried. And tell me then, Bill, what happened to you in that life that caused you not to go to spirit?
I can't see the light.
You can't see the light.
No, it's dark.
It's dark.
It's bright.
Tell me, Bill, did you die in that fire as well? Yeah. And as you died in that fire and you lifted yourself out of the body, are you telling me you just didn't know which way to turn, where to go?
I don't know where I am.
You don't know where you are.
I can't see.
Well, tell me, Bill, would you like to know how to get to spirit? Yeah? Well, we'll do that in a minute, but what I want to do is I want to ask you a few questions. Now, you've been trying to connect with my client. What is it that you want to connect with him for? What is it you're trying to do?
I want them to help me.
To help. So basically you see his light and you want him to signpost you, send you in the direction to spirit.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Yeah?
I don't mean,
Yeah? So why do you think he can help you?
because he's kind.
He's kind.
I don't mean to frighten him. I don't mean to scare him.
You don't mean to frighten or scare him. You just want his help. Yeah?
Please.
Yeah? So, Bill, what I want to do is, in a moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a window and I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I do, I'm going to open a window like a screen, and on the on that screen you'll see who's waiting for you in spirit. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. Who's waiting for you there in spirit there, Bill? Your wife and children. I want you to connect, spiritually connect mind to mind and soul to soul with your wife now who's come to collect you. And you can do this telepathically, Bill. What is she saying to you? What's the message? She's telling you to come. Yeah? Before you leave now, Bill, what I want to do is, what message do you give to the person that you've been trying to connect with?
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for trying to help me.
He's thanking you for trying to help him. How long have you been following my client?
Years.
Years?
Yeah.
Years.
It's been so long.
Yeah? And what kind of things have you been doing to get his attention? Just so we've got some evidence that we're on the right track.
Trying to get him to notice me.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
Smells.
just all sorts of things and just trying to
Mm-hmm.
just try and
So tell me, Bill, you know that you've been trying to connect with my client in the hope that he can signpost you up to spirit. Are there others trying to connect through him as well?
no.
No, it's just you.
Just me.
And you've been doing this for years, yeah?
Yeah.
And you've been stubborn and been staying with it, keep coming back. I want to ask you, Bill, because you'll be aware of the lady that's been helping him, yeah? That's been removing negative spirits from him, yeah? Has she been doing that right?
No.
No? So there are no other negative spirits?
You needed to see him.
I needed to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I want you to do now, Bill, I want you to connect with that wife of yours now. I want you to feel her energy, and she's asked you to go up to spirit. So when you're ready, on the sound of my tuning fork, I want you to raise your body, your soul energy to that light. Well, before I raise your soul energy to that right light, tell me, do you sometimes enter my client's body?
Yeah.
Yeah? Whereabouts do you enter his body in particular? Is it the upper or the lower part?
Fine. No.
Is it in the legs?
Yeah.
Is it in the legs? Yeah. So, with you trying to connect into his legs, what are you trying to do to him there?
Trying to get him to walk me to the light.
Trying to get him to walk to your light, yeah? Well, your wife's here now, Bill. Are you ready to go home?
Yeah.
So I'm going to count.
How's me family? We've only been flat to flat the last 20 years.
So I want to ask a question. Have you been following him from flat to flat for nearly 20 years?
Since he's a little boy.
Since he's a little boy. So give me an incident when he was a little boy. When you say little boy, was he 2, was he 8, was he 10? How old was he?
About 8 or 10.
8 or 10. And was that when you were trying to connect with him?
Yeah.
So now are you ready now to go to the light with your wife?
Yeah.
So I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, I'm going to sound my, yeah?
He's been attacking with my family, so that's spirit.
Right, okay.
What?
Before we take that turn, Bill, what I want to ask you, have you been attacking his family, spiritually attacking his family, or is that something else?
That's not me.
It's not you.
No.
So, knowing that you are connected and all is one, I want you to make an intention now to connect with his family and tell me what's going on with his family. Who is it that's spiritually attacking his family?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's for another time. Yeah? So I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, I'm going to play my tuning fork, and you're just going to rise now, take all your energy, every pigment, every fragment, every cell, every fibre of your body and your soul, and lift it up to spirit. When you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. Just feel yourself rising now up, drawing all negativity from my client now. Look into his body and draw out all those fragments of your energy, of you trying to call him now. Gather it up and take it with you. And I bid you a farewell, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. So now that we've got Bill on the right track, I want you now, Martin, I want you to connect again with the energy in this room. And I want you to make an intention to ask a question. Who keeps flicking the lights on and off in this room?
Yeah.
That was Bill. So as you connect with the energy in this building now, how does it feel? Calm and clear. And do you know who the person was that he was seeing through his kitchen window?
The carpet sitting right, so I can put it on my face.
Was it you that was making those images? And tell me about his carpets getting wet in various areas. What was going on there?
He wasn't listening.
He wasn't listening. So basically he's tried to get your attention because he wanted your help. Yeah?
You must have all these spirits sort of around coming in as well. That's just clear.
Can I ask you, are there any other spirits that come to visit him,
Yeah.
to take him to the other side? What is it that he needs to do then when he gets that feeling that they're coming to him?
He was just to tell him to move over.
So all he needs to do then, when he gets that feeling of the energies around him, he just needs to make an intention to tell them that I'm here to help you and I'm directing you to the light.
Yeah.
May God be with you. Yeah?
I've tried that because it doesn't work. I've tried it.
He's a rescuer.
Ah, so you're a rescuer. He seems to think that he's tried that and it doesn't work. Why didn't it work before for him?
Because Bill needed to go first.
Bill needed to go first. Right, so what you're saying, now that you've gone to the light, now Bill's gone to the light, the others are going to be easier for him to move on. Yeah? So, I want you to connect with Bill's body now. And as you connect with Bill's body, I want to start at the top of the head. We'll start at the top of the head and we're going to scan all the way down. So let's just scan, starting at the top of the head, all the way down the scalp, down the jaw, into the ears, into the throat, around the torso, down into the heart and the stomach, all the way down to the thighs, to the knees and the tips of the toes. Is there any energy imbalance that we could sort out for him anywhere there? Or is he okay? He's all right. So what message would you give him now that we've cleared Bill? Is he still going to be used as a channel just to let people over the other side?
If he feels that he can do it.
If he feels he can do it, yeah? So tell me, that vision that he saw outside his window that was really scary, what was going on there?
Just different faces, he's got nothing to be scared of.
He's got nothing to be scared of. They're just trying to get his attention.
No one's going to hurt him.
No one's going to hurt him. Now, I know that we've all got a guide that's always with us. I want you to connect with his guide now. Describe his guide to me. Is it male, female or animal?
It's male.
It's male, yeah. Do we have permission to speak with his guide today? Yeah. So take a nice deep breath in, and as you step back, just allow that guide to come forward. Good evening, guide. Tell me, is this the first life that you've had with Rob? Or have you had many lives with him?
I've been with him for a very long time.
Yeah? So if you've been with him for a very long time, you'll know what kind of things you're working on with him. What kind of things are you working together with?
Helping him needs to go to a place that
He needs to go to a place.
to maybe spiritualist church or something.
So he needs to go to a place where he can hone his gift, his craft.
Yeah, it's not I don't know the words. It is a gift and not a curse, yes. Not
Yeah.
a curse. It's a gift that he has.
So he's got to change his mindset to realise that he's
Yes.
been given a gift and he can actually basically just cross people over the road. But he needs to have the strength to do that.
I'm here to protect him and look after him. But he's got to realise that he's got this gift that he can help people.
Yeah. So he's got to trust in his gift.
Yeah.
It's all about faith and trust.
He's not going crazy
Mm-hmm.
or mad. A lot of people doesn't understand the spiritual world and how it's developing into time.
So how come that Spirit chose him to be a beacon and a light?
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
Very good man.
Very good. So he's tried to get some help from a few people, and there's one in particular that you know that I'm talking about. Has that person actually helped him?
Not really. You see, to be able to cross people over to the right side, you've not got to be scared and you've got to be wise.
Uh-huh.
And he, in a past life, I believe, was a clairvoyant or maybe a medium,
Mm-hmm.
and that was his job, is to help
Oh,
people
right.
pass.
So he's got to use his intuitive gifts to have the strength to use them and not actually call for help from other people.
No, he doesn't need help. He doesn't, he can do it himself. He's just got to believe in himself and
Mm-hmm. He says he's tried this, but it hasn't worked.
no, keep trying, try harder. Believe in yourself.
Mm. So I want you to scan his body again, and I want you to see in his aura and in his energy field if there's an area of imbalance anywhere in his body. Where is that?
There's imbalance is in his heart.
In his heart area? Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to connect with his heart, and as I connect with his heart, is that a restriction?
Yeah, there's a blockage.
Yeah. So I want you to use all your intelligence now and your intuition, and I want you to work with me now. And as I talk, and my hand gets stronger and stronger like a magnet, I want you to help me now. Just pull this negative energy that he's got in his heart now. Just feel you drawing it out, just like you're pulling the weeds out of a garden. Uh-huh. Does it go up to his neck?
No, it's his heart.
It's his heart. Mm-hmm.
It's been broken.
His heart has been broken. Is that right? When was his heart broken? Was it this life or
Yeah.
previous? It was this life. How old was he?
Yeah.
Young. So was it, rather than his heart broken, was it a feeling of abandonment?
Rejection.
Rejection. Mm-hmm. I want you to go to that time when he was that child and tell me, who was it that he felt that feeling of rejection from as a child?
Feel that he was bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Bullied by horrible children. Made to feel that he wasn't worthy.
Uh-huh.
School.
Yeah.
No?
He doesn't feel that he was bullied by children at school.
Okay. Something's maybe it's self-confidence.
Self-confidence. Uh-huh.
Yes. His own self-belief.
Self-belief. Do you not believe that you're capable of doing this? He feels that it's a bad entity that's coming and making him feel like this. What have you got to say to him?
It's not bad. You've got nothing bad around you anymore.
Mm.
Even Bill wasn't bad. He just needed to go to the light.
Mm. He gets a feeling sometimes that the carpet's moving and getting wet, although it's not. So what's going on there?
That's just these. Bill was doing a lot.
It was Bill that was doing a lot, but he's no longer there, so it's going to change from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah? He's feeling that it's still doing it now, that he's getting that vibration from the floor.
He's got to wish it away, tell it to go, tell it to to leave.
Yeah.
So
Tell
it's
it to
not
go
bad.
just go to the light. You've had your fun, go to the light now, yeah?
Go on.
Yeah? So what I want to do now is, have you got a message for my client?
Yeah.
What message is it?
Is to have self-belief, self-worthiness, self-confidence. Not to worry about what's going on, but to look forward to the future. You've got a gift, just use it.
He wants to know how come you can't ask it to leave, whereas he has to ask it to leave.
We all have got to ask our own.
Oh, you've got to make your own intention.
Make your own intention for
Can I ask it down, Chris? Can I ask it down?
Yeah.
What do I have to say?
So he now wants to talk to you and he wants to ask now for those energies to leave.
Yeah.
So just ask him.
Sorry.
I'm asking you now
I don't go.
for the energies to leave.
It's not the energy.
Martin.
Martin,
yeah.
this energy, what's making the carpet wet and everything else, can you ask it to leave now?
I can do it with you.
He
I
needs.
can ask you with you. I can ask with you. I can't do it myself because it's not affecting me, it's affecting you and you're letting it affect you. So you've got to ask for it to leave
Should we do it together?
if you want to, if that's the way you want to do it.
Okay. So come forward then. Just hold his hand.
Yeah.
And as you're connecting, working together with your energies, I want you now, Martin and Rob, to make an intention to ask all those energies to leave. So when you're ready.
Martin, ask all these entities and energies to leave now. To leave me alone. To not come back. Ask them to leave, not come back.
I'm asking you now to leave Rob in peace,
For good.
for good, and let him get on with his life.
If you good, Bruce.
And leave him alone in peace.
Yes.
And may the light of the universe go with you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So I'll just ask your guide now that we're coming to the end of the session. Is there anything else that you want to say, or are we coming to the end now?
To the end.
Coming to the end now. So now that we're coming to the end, I thank you for working with me. But I'm going to call my client back now into the room.